Small forward, 6'6", number 9, Justin Champagny. The other forward, 6'8", number 18, George. The man in the middle, 7 foot even, number 20, Alex Saw. At shooting guard, 6'7", number 32, Rex Middleton. The other guard, 6'4", number 13, Carter Poole. The head coach of your home team, your Washington Wizards.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his son. And it's Turner in at the 5 spot. And for the Wizards, we've got George. Chris Middleton is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Sarr, and it's Champagny in at the 3, the small forward. And teams getting geared up great for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
George against Siakam. Back to Halliburton. The tray. Offensive rebound. And Turner throws it down.
Well, there's a level of commitment that Miles Turner is showing on the glass right now. Goes hard to get rebounds and get an opportunity for the putback.
Outside for George. Champagny passes to Sarr. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Turner. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Yep, that one goes.
Jordan Poole understands angles and English, the ability to twist a ball through the rim if need be.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe shared a few moments with me. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner, and he said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas.
Thank you, David. Washington with the ball after Indiana gets the 3. Middleton. Nembhard grabs the board.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey. Boy, we have seen Pascal Siakam really elevate his passing skills. What an outstanding distribution right there.
GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
The shot by Turner, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That's good from Poole on the assist by Zone. Poole's got 7.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
Here's Nembhard, defended by Middleton. Back to Turner. Now Nembhard. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Poole, no good. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Andrew Nembhard. Here's Mathurin. 23 points for him the last game against the Lakers.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Here's Carrington. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's Holmes. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, how about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Down low. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
To the middle. Here's Holmes. That one misses. Good D by Siakam. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. The feed to Toppin. The rebound by Champagnie. Wizards trail by 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Washington. Jarris Walker, he's checked in for the Pacers. Shepard comes in for Halliburton. Toppin, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Pacers leading by 4. 43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. A 3. Rebound by the Wizards.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
To Holmes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holmes got his second bucket.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Shepard. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shot from 12. They get it back. Walker. In the corner, it's Toppin. Here's Walker, and it's sent back by George. Here's Johnson, and it's all evened up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Shepard. No good on the last second attempt there. Tie game in Washington. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
The Pacers. 14.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
They've got Marcus Smart. Rashawn Holmes out there with Song. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Brogdon in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
And Washington has possession. The Pacers making the shot. 6 on the shot clock. Holmes can't get it to go in. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Pass to Turner. 3-pointer. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Miles Turner has earned the trust of his coaches. He's got the green light in these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Now here's Middleton. Still yet to score. Brogdon the pass to Smart. Fires for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, Marcus Smart will not let that last 3 go unanswered. He delivers one of his own.
Smart with the steal. Here's Sarr going inside, and Sarr throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Turner. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Smart. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Indiana shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Nembhard. Bucket is good. Nembhard's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And here's Smart. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Now, here's Brogdon. Defense right on him. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Nembhard. He's guarded by Brogdon. Here's Walker. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. And now a 4-point Indiana lead.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to put you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Washington has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Poole against Halliburton. Outside for George. The Wizards working the ball around now. Traps in the tray. George has got the lead up to 1 now for Washington.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them.
2 minutes.
Here's Shepard, defended by Middleton. Shepard, the pass to Toppin. Offensive rebound. This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Toppin's got 5.
Wow, from the arc, Toppin shoots with real authority. You can tell it's an area of the floor that he's comfortable.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 7.
Pacers ball.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. So it's the Pacers now. Siakam passes to Nesmith. Siakam outside. Puts up a deep 3. And the Pacers another 3.
Well, you love the confidence from Pascal Siakam. Ready on the catch, rise and fire. Nicely done.
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You look at Indiana, advantage in 1 series. And, of course, the Wizards. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And seeing where the Wizards are, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time in this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Here's Shepard. After the basket by Washington. Drives to the hoop. And he makes that one. Shepard's got his first basket.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
He gets that one.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Indiana leading by 3. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Over Sarr. Siakam's shot is off.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Poole. There's the triple. And they recover it. And George kicks to Poole. Here's Middleton. And finally, that one's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Siakam looking around. It's deflected. Here's Sarr. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Pacers up 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. Kenny, your thoughts about the Pacers and how they're playing?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possession. Check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball.
And over to Shaq now. Your take on the Wizards.
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they've been so far.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Neesmith in at the small forward position. Indiana shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, and along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
Passes it to Sarr. Kicks it down to Middleton. Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And Doris, when you look at Aaron Neesmith, he is someone that has accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin. What I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. Somebody defenses must now account for from range. Love the work put in.
So for the Wizards, Vukcevic is checked in, and it's Rashawn Holmes in for George. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And that one's good. Champagne's got the lead up to 1 now for the Wizards. The Pacers shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Halliburton with it. Still scoreless. Over in the corner, Turner. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
And this is why Miles Turner is such a high percentage scorer. You combine length, athleticism, and basketball skills. Good luck with that, defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. To the wing on the left. There's the pass to Champagnie. Nice ball movement by Washington. Now, Poole. He's covered by Halliburton. Carrington. And it goes down 2 points. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Nembhard. And the rejection by Holmes. Pass to Carrington. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Let's take a look at the numbers for Jordan Poole. Washington shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he can't get the first one. On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And, Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
That free throw missing. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington doors over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
Here is a peek at the teams that have dominated defensively in the paint since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Wizards.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
What you love about Malcolm Brogdon is his consistency. This guy not gifted with incredible athleticism, but he's a knockdown shooter. He competes on the defensive end, one of the smartest players between the lines of an NBA basketball floor.
Brogdon hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Turner. McConnell scanning the floor. Count that one. McConnell's got his first basket of the night. And it's Smart with the ball for Washington. Trailing by 2. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. To the inside. Here's Walker. He kicks to Turner. The shot comes out. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. That's good from Brogdon. On the assist from Smart. Brogdon's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. Pacers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. McConnell against Smart. And McConnell gets it to go.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Carrington. Another shot, and the layup good by Holmes. Holmes got his third basket of the night.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Now, here's Siakam. Guarded closer. No one near Turner as he lets it go. They get the rebound. And a wide open look for Walker. He shoot again. Got a piece of it. Here's Smart. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Smart's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Oh, outworking the contact inside. That's a tough finish by Matthew.
Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Smart passes to Brogdon. Basket good. Brogdon's got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McConnell finds Mathurin. The rebound by Carrington. Pass to Holmes. And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
On the court.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Got a hand on it. Good if it goes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Wizards lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. George is out there with Song. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagny in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here is Halliburton. Here's Toppin. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
The coaching staff encourages Halliburton to get involved in pick and rolls because he will pick you apart.
Now here's Middleton. Hamard covering. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Neesmith. The Pacers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And Toppin throws it down.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really shock the defense. This guy gets excellent airspace.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Get on your feet and get loud.
Change here. Turner's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch what Brian Keefe told his team during that break. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. They'll keep pounding it inside. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Neesmith can't get it to go.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
George finds Holmes, and it's good. 2 points. Holmes got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Nembhard's shot is good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And Washington has possession. The Pacers making the shot. Here's George. Here's Saw. And Saw throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Saw in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Halliburton kicks to Toppin. Now, here's Neesmith, defended by George. And George gets the whistle that time.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
On the wing, Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Neesmith. And it's sent back by George. To the paint. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Nembhard, the pass to Toppin. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And that one is good.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Wizards. And Sarr throws it down.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Inside, here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Toppin embraces the challenge, unafraid in the big moment.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Miles Turner.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
Now, here's Poole. It's deflected. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Neesmith. Rebound, Washington. Saar's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Out left to the wing. Here's Carrington. Nembhard grabs the board. Nembhard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Toppin finds Halliburton. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Halliburton's got his first 2 points.
Oh, big time pivotal bucket, Tyrese Halliburton. We see you.
In the corner, George with it. The pass to Champagnie. Poole on the wing. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 11 rebounds in the game. Halliburton against Poole. Halliburton passes to Turner. Good. And now a 4-point Indiana lead.
Wow, Miles Turner understanding it's my time because it's big time.
And George kicks to Poole. There's the 3. And again, Washington no good. And Indiana shooting 43% for the game. And it's Halliburton missing. Washington's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Poole no good. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Swiped away. Takes the 3. And it's Carrington missing. And here are the Pacers giving up just 8 points in the 4th quarter, so they foul intentionally. Wizards making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Timeout called the Pacers. They lead by 4. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Turner. Pass to Nembhard. Wide open look. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner. Nembhard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And that's an intentional foul.
Washington foul. 4. Second personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
I think if you're talking Tyrese Halliburton, the thing that stands out is the wealth of things he can do on the offensive end. He can shoot the ball with range. He's got unbelievable handle. He can create. He can drive it. He can also set up his guys. A lot to like.
Now, here is George. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Flings it from downtown.
We've seen this guy perform on the biggest stage. Jordan Poole has established himself in big-time moments.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're ahead by 3. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 19 seconds left in the game. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
Cool, no good. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Pacers, Obi Toppin.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
I think one thing that's clear with Obi Toppin is he has a drive to keep improving. He knows he's got some talent, but it's about the work you put in.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Nails the tray. Here's Halliburton. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Indiana, Tyrese Halliburton.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
And so the Pacers take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.